Hello everyone, my name is Lawrence. I'm the CEO of Lawrence Group Company, Lawrence Group Organization. I want to welcome all of you in this video. We're going to be talking about the topic that we have started, which talk about word for professional business communication. All right, let's go. Let's jump directly into the topic. Word for professional business communication. I have selected a few words that is gonna help us today, and we're gonna explain it, and it's gonna be helpful. All right. The first word is offer. All right, offer. Actually, offer is actually like a proposal. It's a conditional proposal made by a buyer or a seller to buy or sell an asset, which become legally binding if accepted. I mean, over here, an offer is the proposal to buy or to sell something, meaning it means whenever a buyer proposes to buy something or a seller proposes to sell something, so it can make an offer. All right. We go to the second one, which is order. An order is a formal request for a product or service from a customer to a seller. All right, over here it's very easy. It's actually a request. Whenever a customer is making a request to buy something, to buy a product from the company, is actually making an order. All right, it is a formal request for a product or service from a customer to a seller. It's simply a request for a product that a customer or a client wants to buy. All right, let's move to the payment. The exchange of money. Payment here is whenever you exchange money or you exchange goods for in exchange you exchange it with goods or services. All right. Now, it's the exchange of money, goods, or service for goods and services in an acceptable amount. The two parties has been agreed upon in advance. All right. Whenever somebody wants to buy something, all right, and he has to buy it with money, sometimes he can buy it by exchange. So that action of buying or exchanging with the product, with something is called payments. Okay, it actually have to check according to how the agreement between both parties, the customer and the seller. All right. Mogul. All right, Mogul is the most influential person in terms of wealth within the business environment. All right, it's a person who is actually most of the Mogul here are CEOs, founders of the company. All right, products. Products is you might have heard it somewhere that people say, I'm designing the product of my company. I want my company to have a new product this year, and this product is gonna be like this, and they make the design and all. So you will see that the product is the item or the service you sell to serve a customer need or want. It's any product or service. A product is any item or services that any item or service that the seller or the company can make in order to serve the want and the need of the customer. All right, it's simply an item or the service that the company actually is providing toward to the customer or the client as well. Let's go to the next one. All right, reports. Reports. You can see here that reports is a little bit formal as well, and it's a document that present the organization information about a business to help make decisions. A collection of data and analysis that helps make relevant information easily accessible within the company. Now, the report here is whatever information that has been taken, recorded in a certain way in order to make it easy, accessible within the company hierarchy. All right, you can make a report about whatever has been done within the company to the chief about whatever the details, and you can include calculations, values, and information, well organized collection of information that is important to the company. The risk. All right. The exposure a company or organization has to factors that will lower its profits or lead it to fail. Now, the risk here is any exposure to danger in terms of failing and also succeeding within the company, the business environment. Now, any company may be actually facing some risk of investment, risk of decisions. So those factors that can make that can affect the company, that can affect the company to fail in certain areas. It also can affect the company to succeed eventually if the risk taken was actually by the grace of God, and some by the grace of God to succeed or survive the risk. Some people call it chance, but the risk is also positive. It can be both positive or negative, meaning the risk is too high, we can actually fail. The risk, we can take the risk and succeed. The interview. Over here, the interview is simply the discussion between the company, all right, the company manager or the human resources department, anybody working in a hiring department, hiring process, and with the candidate who apply to the company in order to be employed. All right, that interview, that's interaction between the company, employer, and the candidates to be employed within the company. All right, we move to the salary. Salary is a specific amount of money that an employer pays an employee for services rendered as established by an employment contract or offer letter. Salary extends definition. It's actually in exchange. The salary is the amount of money that is exchanged with the service that any employee is doing within the company to the employer, meaning the exchange of the service within the business environment, within the company, that's the workers are doing with toward the employee. If I have to explain in detail, is the amount of money that is rewarded to anybody working within the company. All right, the stock. Over here, it actually represents the share in the ownership of the company. All right. It actually includes the claim of the company earnings and assets. Actually, the stock here is many shareholders, or I'll say many stockholders know this, practice in this area. Anybody who has a share within the company is actually has a stock, all right, within that company. All right, it can call the stock the share within the company. Is that okay? All right. If you have more questions, please subscribe, click on the notification bell, and put your comment in the comment section. We're gonna have some answers. All right. So thank you very much. This is Lawrence. Bye bye.